Nothing beats the crystal clear taste of 7-Up.
Except Coke.
Yeah, no.
You
7-Up,
commie.
which you can find in any 7-Eleven near UC Berkeley.
Today's film that we're going to be talking about is
Capitalism.
Capitalism, a love story by Michael Moore. This is his latest documentary in a long list of documentaries about how much America sucks.
Pretty much. I sometimes wonder why he just doesn't migrate to Canada sometimes.
Well, you know, he's trying to do some good, get it fixed by bitching about it. That's the plan. Basically, this is about the evils of capitalism. And that's pretty much it. Michael Moore just sort of... This is the least focused film he ever made.
Well, it's least focused at least for one reason. What he's complaining about isn't capitalism per se. See, the idea of capitalism is that basically you make money and the government won't tell you how to do it and they won't step on any toes. That's what capitalism is. I didn't see a whole lot of capitalism in this movie per se. I basically saw companies doing some, you know, maybe not nice things, but it wasn't necessarily capitalism. It didn't have anything to do with the economy.
Well,
like that whole thing was Walmart, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, a lot of what was in the movie was, what I meant by unfocused is at least, you know, Fahrenheit 9/11 is, I hate George W. Bush.
Yeah, the only...
here's what he did wrong.
That was also the only movie he actually gave, like, an actual response to how to fix a problem.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'll give him Bowling for Columbine. He brought up at least a point in it of we're a violent society because of, you know, there was a reason. You know, this movie, it was just sort of Michael Moore went up on there, punched you, and went, America needs to be fixed. Do you have a solution, Mr. Moore? No. No, just some bitching.
Yeah. In fact, he actually suggests he might retire from movies after this.
That'd be okay with me.
That'd be totally
fine. I don't mind. See, I didn't always hate Michael Moore. I don't hate him. I don't dislike him all, you know. I liked Roger and Me. Hell, I didn't mind the big one. I'm okay with him bitching out frickin' what's his name? Charlton Heston and the Bowling for Columbine. I'm fine with that. But after Fahrenheit 9/11, I just stopped giving a crap.
Yeah. Well,
and I went into this hoping at least there'd be something in it, something point, purpose, and it was just bitching and then picking and choosing stuff that's crap and saying, see, the whole system's bad because of this, see, and you need to fix it. And then it was him going off and doing bullshit like, oh, look at me tape up a building, oh, give me all the money back. Oh, it's like, how juvenile is that?
Oh, and calling CEOs, trying to talk to them when their company's best interest is not talking to this man.
Yeah, no, I don't hold that against him. No, I'm not saying that. I don't think that in a weird respect that Michael Moore's horridly wrong on all that he says in the film. I'm not saying he's incorrect that things need to change in certain respects for companies.
Tear down the whole system.
Well, not even just that. He didn't have anywhere to go with it. No. The one thing that I totally give this film, the one scene and a moment where I was like, hell yeah, that's cool, is the workers who went back into the factory and stayed there and were like, screw you, pay us our money. And they got everyone's support, and they got on national TV, and the company went, well, shit, and they gave them their money. That's how it's supposed to work, where people are doing it, not just sitting there going, government should be giving me health care because I said so.
But that was not the point. Actually, he gives the credit for that solution to Obama, because notice how the people were... You know, they were fighting the fight, but they weren't quite winning it. And then Obama says, I'm on their side. And then the company wakes up. It's like, oh, okay, let's give them the money because Obama's on their side now.
Well, yeah, very true. It was the way it was framed. I mean, it wasn't, the movie itself was not effective overall. I found the problem, one of the bigger things I had with it was that it would be dark, where he'd be like, this family's getting kicked out of their home. These people are having insurance collected by the company because they're vicious bastards. And then it would go to him doing something borderline idiotic of like, look at me, I want the money back. And it's like, you're fucking Michael Moore. It's not going to happen. You know this. You're just filming it. Oh, I went back to GM because I'm just going to keep doing Roger and Me over and over. And it was like, why are you there? Go the hell away. This is stupid to have you go in and do all this juvenile crap and then put all this serious crap against it. And what the hell is Wallace Shawn doing in this movie? Why the hell is Grand Nega Zek or the dude from... What, are we supposed to sit there and go like, oh, he's the guy that said something about a land war in Asia and the Princess Bride. He must be really smart. What the hell is he doing in this movie?
Michael Moore tends to get famous celebrities in his movies to say a point, and usually they actually aren't very smart points. You know, a little side topic, in his last film, Slacker Uprising, he had Viggo Mortensen come on stage talking about voter registration cards. Like in Canada, they send us these cards to register to vote. Why can't they do it in America? It's like, they do. People throw them away.
This is a movie that he could have made. This
Right.
is not. He's got all the stuff around him to make a damn good documentary about what he's fumbling around to make a documentary about.
Right.
And it never gets made. It's just this like, oh well, no, we're just gonna cut that. We're gonna make these guys look worse, and then I'm
it's
gonna.
always halfway there. He's always blaming the company, but we have to be a little honest. The people come halfway too. It's not the company's own complete fault. I mean, I remember that scene in the movie where he's talking about how the bank loans and refinancing works. Okay, admittingly, yeah, the banks shouldn't have been doing that, but don't you think it's people's fault just a little bit? That
Everything's we'll just you got to vote it. Make the government do it. And you know what? Socialism's not too bad. Like there's a weird ass point in the movie toward the end where a guy's like, "This guy's a socialist." Yeah, socialism's about this. Nothing negative, nothing against it. Nothing. Just points it out like it's not that bad. It's like fuck you, Roger Moore, Michael Moore. I love Roger Moore. Michael Moore, no. Yeah, so, but yeah, there's all kind of, I mean, any movie that portrays Jimmy Carter in a positive light's got something negative going on. He's like the worst damn president we ever had.
Oh yeah, and then he blames Ronald Reagan on the economy crash, where even though Reagan probably spent more than he should have, he actually did bring the economy up a little bit, and it was under George Sr.'s watch that the economy tanked a little bit.
Well, it's the same thing as...
Boy, how did you miss that one?
Well, yeah, you think he'd go after him. He was head of the CIA, though. He'll kill you. No, but the whole thing was, yeah, there were so many things that were just randomly... I mean, he would sit there. It was almost like he was shooting himself in the foot the whole time. Or be like, oh, we could make a point here. But you know what? Instead, I'm just going to put a picture of Dick Cheney in there when I'm talking about Roman emperors to make it look like he's evil. It's like, well, you just undermined the whole point of this idiotic point you were trying to make. What the hell was up with the Roman thing in the movie? There were so many things that it was just this juvenile crap that was in a movie that was trying to be so frickin' serious, and then he kept going back to Roger and Me, where it was like, I made it, and then what? Quit going to goddamn Flint, Michigan. I want that place to light on fire and go away because he keeps going back there. I've seen it in every goddamn movie. Yeah, it sucks. I got it in Roger and Me that it sucked.
Never mind, Michael Moore never grew up in Flint, Michigan anyway, so...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he grew up in Davidson, which is a wealthy part of town, actually.
And one of the other things is, half the crap in this movie that he brought up, I already saw. Yeah. I saw it on the news. Yeah. It was not news. The one scene, I had seen it before, but I was cool with it being in his movie, was that Cleveland commercial, because that thing was fucking awesome. We're not Detroit. Hell yeah. A lot of stuff in the movie weren't terrible points. It was just that him making the points made it worse.
Yeah, but then, of course, some of those interesting points... I mean, the movie's only been out for a few days, and it's going to take a while for the whole thing to get dissected, but there's already, like, a few crucial points that have been debated. That whole... Again, the Walmart thing where they take out insurance on, death insurance on employees.